Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Sydney. I film cruelty-free beauty videos all about my favorite products, and today's video is going to be another declutter my cart video. So I've done quite a few of these on my channel. I can link the previous ones I've done down below, but today I thought it would be fun to kind of pre-create a cart. Usually when I do those declutter my cart videos, there's a sale going on. I know I'm going to place the order pretty much immediately after I finish the video, but today I have a different philosophy, and today's declutter my cart video is going to be all about e.l.f. I feel like I used to place an order with e.l.f. all the time when I first started getting into makeup. It was incredibly affordable. Their free shipping minimum is only like $25, I think, so that was very affordable when I was in high school. But I feel like these days whenever they have a sale, they have so much on their website, and it's been so long since I've really purchased much new stuff from them at all that I get overwhelmed and I hem and haw about my cart for way too long, and then by the time I make my decision, half the stuff I want is out of stock and the sale is over. So I thought today it would be fun to kind of pre-create a cart for next time they're having a sale. As always, this video is inspired by Sarah Rose. She has a very similar series on her channel. She calls it reverse retail therapy, I believe, so I will link her channel down below, but I'm gonna stop blabbering on and let's hop into it. Alright, you guys, so I'm going to insert the screen recording of my phone right here. I kind of like doing it with my phone because then you can see my face as I'm talking versus my laptop, and I have a lot of items in my cart. My subtotal is currently $168, which is far too much, and I have 31 items in my cart. So first what I like to do is kind of just go through the items and chat about them a little bit with you guys, and then we'll go back through and kind of clear everything out. So the first couple of items in here are the sheer slick lipsticks. Now I am so interested in these, you guys. I love any sheer lip balmy type lippy, especially in the summertime, and I think these look really gorgeous. I think I have the shade Orange and Dragon Fruit in my cart. This one right here is the shade Orange, and I think it is just so beautiful. I love kind of that soft peachy tone. I think it pairs really nicely with a lot of summer makeup looks. And then here's the shade Dragon Fruit, just kind of a nice rosy pinky shade that I feel like will really wake up my face if I'm not wearing a lot of other makeup. And then the next couple items that I have in my cart are some of the bite-sized eyeshadow quads. I wanted to try these for so long, but I haven't tried any of them because I just can't decide which one I want, which is so terrible. So I included the shade Berry Bad, Carnival Candy, Acai. So I don't know, I really like the Berry Bad one because those ones are just like my tones, but I have a lot of those tones in my collection. I feel like that's the problem I have with a lot of these. I know none of them are super unique, but I really want to try the formula. So part of me is like, well, just get a super basic one and then you can just pop that one in your makeup bag when you're traveling. But let's be real, I don't travel that often. When I do, I like to overpack my makeup. But I don't know, I'm just really curious about the formula. I can't decide if I want to grab one right now or if I want to wait. I don't know, we'll see. But then I also have the Putty Eye Primer in the shade White. If you guys caught my Terra Moon's Pastel Matte First Impressions video, you guys will know that the white base that I have, my ColourPop No Filter Concealer, is very old and pretty expired. It is chunky, it is weird. I put it in my upcoming project pan. It might already be going out by the time this video is posted, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to keep it in for more than a month. I kind of just want to see how much use I can get out of it in a month and then get rid of it, but I really would like to have a white eye primer on hand, and I'm really intrigued by the Putty Eye Primer, so I may grab this one. I don't know, I haven't really decided yet. Next up, I have the Halo Glow Setting Powder in the shade Light. This I am very interested in. I have been so into like a lightly powdered or no powdered look lately, and I know as soon as summer hits I have to use some powder because I do get oilier skin in the summertime, and if I want anything to stay on my face it needs to be set. But I thought maybe this would be a nice compromise between setting it and not losing the glow. My only concern with this one is that I think they only have like 2 or 3 shades, and they don't really have a super fair shade in the shade Light. While it looks fair online, I've been burned before with light powders where they're light but they're not Snow White like I am. So I'm a little bit concerned about that, but I have heard really good things about this setting powder, so that one's definitely in the back of my mind. I might get that one. I also threw in the Hydrating Camo Concealer. I grabbed the shade Fair Beige because based off the description, that sounds like what would fit my skin tone the best. I'm not really sure actually color-wise. This one might be one that I go into stores and try to buy. But I've been really intrigued by this concealer. I am so about the hydrating concealer life. I will never go back to a mattifying concealer. And I don't really need a new hydrating concealer, but I'm like, well, if we're making an order, we might as well grab one. And then I did throw in 3 of the Seriously Satin lipsticks. I don't know why, but I'm so attracted to these lipsticks, you guys. They just really caught my attention. So I'm pretty sure I grabbed the shades Cream, Cider, and Nectar. Cream is like a super pale nude. Cider is more of a rich brownie tone, which I'm like, oh, that would be so pretty for fall and winter. And then Nectar is a beautiful peachy shade, and I know I would wear that all summer long. So next up in my cart, we have the Jelly Pop mini kit. So the Jelly Pop collection, I believe, came out last summer, and it was full of like dewy, glittery, shiny products, and I was very intrigued by it. I do own the dewy primer, which is part of this kit, but it's just a little mini, and I actually really enjoy that primer. And it also comes with an eye gloss and a juicy gloss. So what I'm most intrigued about in this little set is the eye and face gloss. I do really enjoy the primer, so like I said, I probably wouldn't mind having a little mini one, and I never say no to gloss, so that's kind of why I threw that one in. It's only 15 bucks, and I love me some mini products. Okay, next up we have a couple of the Sheer Matte Liquid Lipsticks. I just love the formula. I just love the thought of a Sheer Matte Liquid Lipstick. It just does so much for me. I don't know why. But I picked out a couple of different shades. So I grabbed these shades Warm Verbanda, Pink Peony, and Deep Dahlia. Warm Verbanda seems to be like a warm, like terracotta-y shade. Pink Peony is a really pretty coral, and Deep Dahlia is a deep dark berry. I think that these would just be so pretty. Again, some of the tones that I picked out are a little bit more fall, and we're not even into summer yet, and I'm already craving fall makeup. But I feel like Pink Peony would be so pretty and bright and fun for summertime. I love a no fuss colorful lip. I don't really like to fuss with my makeup in the summertime. And next I did grab 2 of the tinted lip oils. I've just been so intrigued by the idea of a tinted lip oil. I haven't tried any from any other brands, and I'm like, well, Elf's super affordable, so I might as well try them. But I grabbed these shades Coral Kiss. Oh, this one doesn't have swatches. Well, that's not nice. And Nude Kiss. I felt like between those two, Coral Kiss was a little bit more summery, a little bit more bright, and Nude Kiss would be more of like an everyday shade if I wasn't feeling like a brighter lip. And then I did grab 2 blushes. I've been really intrigued by their primer infused blushes for like forever. I really just want to try the primer infused blush range, but I never got around to picking one up, and the shade Always Peachy really caught my attention. I don't have a blush in my collection like this. It's like a really peachy, pretty bronzy shade. I feel like it would be so pretty for spring and summer. I'm really getting into cheek products lately. I mean, admittedly, it's mostly cream cheek products, but cheek products in general have really been catching my attention lately, and I just think that shade is really gorgeous. Kind of along the same lines, I grabbed the Luminous Glow Blush in Glowy Rose. I really want to try these. I am all about the glowy cheeks. I mean, can you see what's going on my cheeks right now? I'm super into glowy cheeks right now, and I just thought this shade was a little bit more unique to my collection. In the pan it looked really deep. I guess in the swatch it looks kind of deep too, but out of the few in there, I thought that was going to be the most unique to my collection, so I threw that one into my bag as well. And then I also threw in the Jelly Pop Flush Blush in the shade Berry Pop. This one I'm solely putting in my cart off of Emily Noel 83's recommendation. She said that this was a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury, I forgot what they're called. They're like the liquid tubey blushes that she has, and I thought that created the most beautiful luminous look on her skin. I'm like, oh, that's so pretty. I really want that. And at Elf's price point, yes please. I also put in the Keep Your Curl mascara. Sarah Rose has been absolutely raving about this mascara. She said that it's really fantastic, and I'm about out of the mascaras I'm using right now. I'm running low, so I'm like, you know what, let's give this one from Elf a try. I feel like I've tried maybe 1 or 2 mascaras from Elf in the past, but I think they were like the little gift with purchase freebie ones, so they were god awful. But I'm willing to give this one a try. If I can find a $5 mascara that I love and that wears well, I am all about that. I also threw in the Earth and Ocean eyeshadow palette. I have wanted to try one of these 14 pan palettes for such a long time, and as I was looking at them, I'm like, you know what, let's just throw it in the cart, we'll think about it, we'll ruminate over it. And this is the one that really caught my attention. I love the greens, I love the blues, I love the earthy tones. I just feel like this is the one out of the few that they've released that really calls to me the most, and I just really want to try this formula. I also threw in 2 quick little brow products. I threw in the Wow Brow Gel. I just want to try something different. I've been using the Essence Make Me Brow for absolutely forever, and I've heard really good things about the Wow Brow Gel. I just grabbed the shade Taupe. That's usually what I am in brow products, taupe or blonde. And then I also grabbed the Lock On Liner and Brow Cream in the shade Taupe Blonde. I really want to get into pomades versus pencils. I really do like pencils, but I feel like they're just a little bit more wasteful and waste creating than a pomade. I feel like I go through pencils much faster. So I'm like, you know what? I don't really know if I'm gonna love pomades, so I thought I'd grab a super cheap one from e.l.f. and see how I liked it. If you guys have any other drugstore brow pomade recommendations, leave them down below for me. I would love to know. And then I did grab a couple of eye brushes. I've heard really good things about e.l.f.'s blending brushes, so I grabbed the tapered blending brush, and I think I grabbed two other, yeah, and then I also grabbed the crease brush and the fluffy eye blender brush, tongue twister there. And then I also grabbed the silicone glitter applicator, and finally I grabbed the cream blush palette in the shade Soft. So I have really gotten into cream blush lately, if you guys can't tell, and I'm like, you know what, I feel like I've heard some good things about this palette. My friend Julia from Instagram, I'll link her Instagram down below, she did a little comparison post on some of her favorite cream blushes, and she said these were really great, so I'm like, well, I may have to try those. I really love e.l.f. I love those little like 4-pan palettes. I've had quite a few in my collection, and I think the shades in here are really gorgeous. Okay, you guys, so that is the end of my cart. The subtotal is $168, and that is far too much. So I think my goal for this, I don't want to place this order until there's a sale, and I would like to spend like maybe 30 bucks. I feel like 30 bucks is a good range. So I think I want to get this down to around the $50 price range. So let's go all the way back to the top and start kicking things out of my cart, as I like to say. I'm super duper into those sheer slick lipsticks. I'm gonna leave those in. I feel like I need to decide between the bite-sized eyeshadows and that bigger eyeshadow palette. I think I want the bigger one, you guys. I like the idea of these little teeny palettes, but I feel like I want to go into stores and see them. Of course, I can't go into stores right now, or at least not when I'm filming this video. I'm not really sure when it's going to go up and what's going to be happening in the world at that point. But I think I'm going to remove the bite-sized eyeshadows from my cart for right now. I think they're beautiful, but as I said, I think I just want to buy the one eyeshadow palette from e.l.f. and go from there. I think I'm going to keep the putty eye primer in. Like I said, I really don't have any other white eye primers in my arsenal. I'm going to keep the Halo Glow setting powder in for now. I wonder if that's available in Target. I haven't been to Target in quite a long time, but I wonder if I could go into a Target once everything is calmed down and look at the shade on that one. That may be the determining factor on this one. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I think I'm going to take this one out of my cart as well. I would feel much more comfortable purchasing this from like Target when I can see the shade a little bit better. I think Walmart actually had a really great shade range the last time I was looking for this one. But I'm really tempted to keep the shade Cream in my cart because I have like a lot of pinky nudes, but I feel like I don't have a lot of true nudes, so I think I might keep that one in. Nectar I thought was really beautiful. I didn't even realize I put the shade Taffy in my cart. Let's take a quick look at the swatch right there. Ooh, that's really pretty too. That looks like a really pretty like kind of pinky nude shade. Oh, that looks much deeper on the arm swatch. I think I'm going to take that one out of my cart. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Taffy out of my cart. The swatch just looks a little bit deeper than it did kind of on the lip swatch that they had, and honestly I've got some pinks that look pretty similar to that, so I'm going to take that out. The Jelly Pop mini kit, I think I'm going to take that out too, you guys. I do like the idea of having minis of all those products, but the only thing that I really want in there is the eye gloss kit, or the little eye gloss, and I guess I could just buy that separately and I'd probably save myself some money. The matte liquid lipsticks, the sheer ones, I really want those still. Part of me is like, just try them, they're e.l.f., they're super affordable, you're probably gonna like them. But part of me is like, I'm sorry if you guys can see the group chat, my family is blowing up right now. I'm going to try to mute it in a second. But part of me is also like, you probably just use the liquid lipsticks you already own and kind of shear them out over a balm to get a similar effect. But I just love, I feel like I need to try this formula and get it out of my system, you know? Okay, no more group chat interruptions. But I feel like I would just use those lip oils so much. I feel like I'm going to get rid of the Luminous blush in Glowy Rose. I feel like I should get rid of the primer infused blush as well, but I really love the tone of that one. It's really unique to my collection. I want to keep the mascara in, I want to keep the eyeshadow palette in, I want to keep the brow stuff in. Do I really need a silicone glitter applicator? Do you guys use silicone applicators for glitter? I've heard that it helps you control them better, which is why I was even interested in grabbing this one. Let's look at the reviews. Must have tool, best thing invented for glitter, almost magical. Okay, so I feel like I need it if it's almost magical. I really love e.l.f.'s brushes, so I really don't have an issue kind of investing in them a little bit. Fluffy eye blender brush, I like that one. Crease brush, I like that one. Oh my goodness, this is so much harder than I thought it would be. I thought I would be throwing stuff out of my cart left and right. Alright, I want to look at the reviews on the Halo Glow Setting Powder. I want to see if anyone says anything about it being too dark. Let's see, the overall rating is a 4.3. Finish is beautiful. Finely milled, best setting powder I've ever used. Wow, that's a pretty bold claim. Amazing powder. Okay, you guys, I think I'm going to take... Should I take cider out of my cart? I just love the tone of this. See, look at how beautiful that is. That is so, so beautiful. Fine, cider can stay. This is much more difficult than I anticipated it being. Let's look at the swatches of these sheer matte liquid lipsticks. Okay, I think what I'm going to do with the sheer matte liquid lipstick is I'm going to buy one, see if it's radically different than me just taking a liquid lipstick and shearing it out over a balm, and then make my decision. So I think I want to grab Pink Peony. I just love the idea of having something a little bit brighter for summertime. So I'm going to take those other two shades out. For the tinted lip oil, I think I'm going to remove the Coral Kiss one. I would love that during the summertime, but I realize that I have like 3 or 4 coral glosses that I can think of off the top of my head right now, so I probably don't need that one either. I feel like I should decide between the cream blush palette and the primer infused blush. I feel like that's a pretty similar peachy shade in the primer infused blush, so I'm going to take out that one. The cream blush palette has a pretty similar peachy shade to the primer infused blush, so I'm going to take that one out. I can always come back and buy these later if I decide that I still really want them. You know what, I'm going to take out the shade Cider. I love that shade so much, but if I'm being honest with myself, I don't wear brown lipstick that often, and I do have quite a few in my collection. I have more than enough lipsticks in my collection that I could probably mix and match some and make it work that way. Ooh, we're under $100, woohoo. Okay, so we're getting closer. Let me look at this tapered blending brush. I just got like super excited about all the blending brushes and added all of them to my cart. I feel like that looks like it would be a nice brush for like packing shadow in the outer corner. The one that I'm a little bit iffy on is the fluffy eye blender brush. That one looks a little bit floppy for my preference, so I think I'm actually going to get that one out of my cart as well. Okay, we're $72. We're making progress, you guys. I want those sheer slick lipsticks so bad. I don't want to kick those out of my cart. Part of me feels like I should just get rid of this eyeshadow palette because I feel like I have those tones already, but I feel like I'm trying this more for the formula than for the shades themselves. I don't know. I think it's so pretty, you guys. I love blues and greens. I mean, if you can't tell from my eyes right now, if you've been on my Instagram lately, I feel like all I've been wearing are blues and greens and purples lately. And this palette has all those shades. Look at those swatches. Those are so pretty, you guys. You know what? I think I'm going to do what I said I wasn't going to do. I'm going to remove the putty eye primer. I have the MAC paint pot, and I feel like I'm in denial. Well, I'm in denial-ish that I don't like it. I don't know if I like that heavy kind of cream consistency for an eye primer. I do really like an eye primer that'll cancel out any shadows I have on my lids because I do have pretty veiny eyelids. But I think that consistency might be just a little bit too heavy for me. Okay, we're at $63. I'm going to remove the Halo Glow Setting Powder. I do want to try it really badly at some point, but I feel like I have a lot of powders in my collection right now, and so maybe I should focus on using those up versus grabbing this one. If I find that I'm not really liking the look of my other powders, maybe I can grab that one, but for now I think I'm going to get that one out of my cart. And with that, we're at $55, which I feel pretty comfortable with. I feel like e.l.f. pretty frequently has 25 to 30% off sales, and if that sale was going on, I feel pretty confident that I would be in the $30 range or pretty darn close to it, so I think I'm going to leave my cart right there. So let's do one last scroll through to really see what I have in my cart. So I'm getting 2 of these sheer slick lipsticks in the shade Orange and Wild Peach. I'm getting a Seriously Satin lipstick in the shade Nectar. I'm getting the Earth and Oceans eyeshadow palette, the Wow Brow Gel in Taupe, the Lock On Liner and Brow Cream in Taupe Blonde, the Tapered Blending Brush, the Silicone Glitter Applicator, the Cream Blush Palette, and that is it. But that is gonna wrap this video up. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you enjoyed these style of videos. I love to do them. Should I do them like only when there's a sale, or should I include like when there's not a sale, when I'm like prepping my cart? I would love to know your thoughts down below. Let me know where you guys have shopped lately online. I would love to chat with you about that down below, but that's gonna wrap it up today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, as I said, I will make sure to leave my previous Declutter My Cart videos down below, but I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!